The HOA called the cops on me for fishing on my own lake. I thought it was a misunderstanding until the officer approached while the HOA president filmed smugly from a distance. She believed she'd already won. What she didn't know was that her scheme would soon explode, exposing secrets that cost her $8.2 million. For years, my Saturday mornings were the same. Quiet sunrise, mist drifting across my family's lake, and a comforting stillness only nature can give. My grandfather built this lake with his own hands, and I'd grown up casting lines from the same worn patch of grass. But that morning, something felt wrong. A fresh metal sign stood at the tree line, HOA property, and no trespassing. Seeing that sign where it absolutely didn't belong sent a cold spark racing down my spine. Minutes later, the HOA president marched toward me like she owned the whole neighborhood. She pointed at the lake and announced it was community property, as if decades of deeds didn't exist. Then she handed me a violation, notice demanding thousands in unpaid fees. Her confidence was unsettling, too sharp, too practiced. Something told me this wasn't a mistake. This was a plan. And for some reason, she believed I couldn't stop her. The next morning, I returned to fish, my lake, my rules. But before my line hit the water, a police cruiser rolled up. The officer stepped out just as the HOA president began recording, acting like she'd caught a criminal. I showed my documents, but he said he needed verification. Then, unbelievably, he asked me to leave until the dispute was settled. Being forced on my own land was a moment I knew things were about to escalate fast. My wife, an environmental lawyer, helped me dig through old files. We found everything: original deeds, surveys, tax records, airtight proof the lake had always been ours. But that was only the beginning. Wildlife cameras I'd installed captured the HOA president and her assistant sneaking onto my property at night to plant that fake sign. The audio was even worse. She admitted she planned to bury me in legal fees until I gave up. And suddenly, the puzzle pieces fit. She'd been charging Neighbors Lake access fees for years for a lake she didn't own. We filed both civil and criminal complaints. The district attorney launched an investigation, and everything unraveled. Financial records showed 6 years of illegal fees funneled through the HOA. Residents realized they'd been paying thousands for nothing. The HOA president was stripped of her role, then arrested on charges ranging from fraud to harassment. The civil trial was brutal for her. With video evidence, forged documents, and testimony from neighbors, the court ordered a staggering $8.2 million in damages. Her empire collapsed overnight. Months later, I returned to the lake at sunrise, the water calm and untouched again. The community apologized. The new HOA leadership protected the truth instead of hiding it. My grandfather's lake, his legacy, was finally safe. As I cast my line, I felt the peace I'd almost lost. Justice wasn't just served. It echoed across the water he left behind.